Hello everyone. Before we start our presentation, we would like to say that we are grateful for this opportunity to present our works. Before we start, let me introduce our group first. Next slide, please. Okay, so we have four members. First, we have me, Rusma Savrinta M as moderator, and we have Alya Setyaningrum, Dewi Nur Rachmawati, and Afif Farhan Yustyanto as the speakers. So without any more time wasted, now we are moving on to the next sessions, which is main presentations. So insect populations. About insect populations, it's about insect population has been subjected to several environmental factors. Included within this environmental category are the type of food, the place to live in, the climatic conditions, and etc. A 2020 meta-analysis by Van Kling and others, published in the journal Science, found that globally terrestrial insects appear to be declining in abundance at a rate of about 9% per decade, while the abundance of freshwater insects appears to be increasing by 11 per decade. Insect species living in warmer areas are more likely to undergo rapid population growth because they have higher metabolic rates and reproduce more frequently.
Okay, the next is rise of pest population, about pest explosion. Economically harmful to humans beyond the ETL or economic threshold level, pest population may growth, or it can also be interpreted as a condition of a sudden interest in population. Takes a long time in any ecosystem or can occur when the ecosystem conditions are favorable for insects. The number of pest population interests depend on the availability of many resources that they are responsible for the growth and development of insects, such as food availability, favorable temperature, relative humidity, and other factors that support their survival. The next is a various cause of pest population massive growth. First, high amount of fertilizer. The meaning is the use of high amounts of fertilizer leads to stronger plant growth, whose qualitative compound attract insects. Two, extermination of pest enemies naturally. Excessive pesticides indiscriminately cause the natural destruction of the pest enemies. 3. Monoculture. Planting of the type of plant is a large area, cause low agroecosystem diversity, and provide an opportunity for interest pest population. In the next is micronutrition, and the next is optimal soil nutrient. If the nutrients are stable, the pest can live well. The next is temperature, continuous planting, and incentivization.
Okay, environmental factors that affecting the life of insects and pests. 1. Temperature. Insects can survive in any temperature, but for best life condition, insects rely on temperature at range 15 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Insects in the tropics are less resistant to low temperatures than insects that live in subtropics. Insects' metabolism becomes slow at minimal temperatures even when the insect is still alive. This condition known as typhus. It's similar to hibernation. If it happens when the temperature is in maximum stage, the condition known as activation. 2. Air humidity. Air humidity affects insects' life. Insects that live in innovations use of water environment by reabsorbing the water contents in the feces. In general, humidity can affect the breeding, growth, development, and activity of insects either directly or indirectly. In general, the optimum tolerant range of humidity lies within the maximum point of 73 to 100%. 3. Rain. It can directly affect the pest population because if it rains a lot, they die. Rain influence mainly on the growth and activity of insects. The important elements in rain analysis are rainfall, number of days, and rainfall intensity. 4. Wind. Wind affect, wind affect the metabolism of insects such as small insects. Their mobility is influenced by the wind. Such insects can be carried as far as possible by the movement of the wind. 5. Light. The effect of light on insect behavior is different between insects that are active during the day and those that are active at night. During the day, insect activity is stimulated by the intensity and wavelength of the surrounding light. In general, radiation that affect insects in infrared radiation.
The next is about food factors. The extent of food factor will be influenced by temperature, humidity, rainfall, and human action. If all other factors strongly support the development of insects, the increase in insect population will be in line with the increase in food. The relationship between food factor and insect population is called a solid relationship, or food can be used to support the population. For the example, the wider the coconut plantation, the higher the population of Artona sp. leptocoryza oratorius only eat rice grain in a mature state of milk. The availability of quality food in the sufficient quantities will increase the pest population rapidly. Biological factors. The most important component of biological factors are first, parasitoid, 2. Predator, and the last entomopathogens. Next, insect internal factor. Included in the insect internal factor as 1. Sex ratio, 2. The ability of insect to give birth to new offspring, and 3. Insect development period. Next, pest observation. The data observed in the observation of pests are first, the type and density of pest population, 2. Intensity and extent of attack, 3. Plant type and egg, and the last, natural enemies. Observation method. We can use several methods like fixed plot observation, observation like trap, mobile observation or patrol, and sampling method.
Okay, so that was all. Thank you so much for putting all of your attention to our presentation. Now we are on the last session, which is closing and Q&A. Notes for the Q&A. The Q&A are required via our class group chat. And please kindly ask either in Bahasa Indonesia or English. Once again, thank you so much. Have a good day.